Taylor Mitchell, as per her stage name, as a music artist, was unfortunately attacked by a coyote, and the only adult to get the worst of it. There's a mixed conception about coyotes' involvement with humans. Either people think they are highly dangerous, such as other wild animals that could be threatening to humans, or there are people who think they normally wouldn't bother us. If you are someone who thinks they typically mean no harm to us humans, then you're right. For the most part, not entirely. I say that because there is this rare case with Taylor Mitchell and how she became a victim to one. Hang tight though, because this attack took place in 2009 and just recently researchers think they figured out why. And if this theory holds true, coyotes may very well be turning into cautionary animals and a serious threat to consider. This is Cape Breton, the location where Taylor Mitchell would take her hikes, a beautiful, scenic area in Toronto, Canada. An interesting fact I realized looking into this case is that the coyotes in Canada are almost twice as big as coyotes in the southern half of the United States. The male coyotes can weigh up to 50 pounds and be as long as 5 feet. For a coyote, that's pretty impressive. With that said, hopefully coyotes won't grow comfortable attacking us soon, since it's not uncommon for them to make their way into suburban areas, for their stock and for the lack of predators. Going back to Taylor Mitchell, she was an environmentalist who enjoyed nature walks. It was a sunny day out and she had time for herself before her next concert. She went to Cape Breton National Park. It was October of 2009. Taylor, for unknown reasons, doubled back after going a short distance along her trail and came down an access road with the intentions of returning to her car. This was around 2:45 in the afternoon, and it's noted a coyote possibly began stalking her from this point. Around 15 minutes later, an American couple named Mike and Gail hiked the same access road heading to the car park. They avoided 2 coyotes who were walking towards them on the road. One of the hikers photographed the coyotes with his camera before heading straight to the car park. There is likely a link here between these coyotes and Taylor Mitchell, but let's see. Mike and Gail were on the access road at 3:02 p.m., which is around the time of this photo. At 3:25 p.m., Taylor Mitchell was found lying next to a few trees with a coyote standing over her. She was still alive. Leading up to this, Mike and Gail made a call from the car park reporting that they heard either animals howling or a young woman screaming in the distance. Around this time, 4 other hikers arrived at the car park where they were informed of the possible screams. Together, the hikers walked a few minutes along the access road when they found personal items from Taylor Mitchell on the ground. These items were her car keys, torn clothing with blood on it, and a small knife that's believed that she used in self-defense. When 3 hikers approached Taylor, the coyote was defiant and showed no fear of their presence. The hikers then charged at the coyote when it then moved over from her, but not by much. It refused to leave. The coyote growled and stayed nearby until a Royal Canadian mounted officer arrived and fired at it with a shotgun. Taylor's wounds were serious, and most notably, they were at her legs and at her head. Paramedics arrived and she was airlifted to a hospital in critical condition. Unfortunately, she would not survive as a result of blood loss caused by the severity of the attack. Wildlife experts began questioning how this happened, going as far as saying she may have started it by trying to feed them or by disturbing a den of young ones causing a protective attack. Then other ideas came in. Maybe they were rabid, starving, protecting a carcass. They also suggested they were possibly crossbred with wolves or domestic dogs. Many ideas came in because this is unusual. Even still, 2 decades later, she's still the only documented adult to be a fatal victim from a coyote. As experts did more research, they observed what they knew for facts rather than basing it off guesswork. Smaller game in the area typically hunted by coyote like rabbits and squirrel have migrated to different regions due to temperature change. Coyotes have been working together to take down moose in the area, a much larger animal than their typical hunt. It's believed, if they've become confident enough to start going for moose, and it also being proven that their diet consists of it, then it's plausible Taylor's size wouldn't be out of the question. Another thing to note is in the photo from the two hikers. It shows two coyotes within 20 minutes and not far from Mitchell's trail. However, when arriving to try and save her, there was only one. It begs the question whether she was fighting off multiple or just one coyote. It could have been possible it was more than one since her personal items were found along the way, showing an obvious struggle, but I can't verify this. But here's how it also could be possible. The warden closed off the path after the attack. After Taylor had passed, her mother felt an instinctive urge to ask that the coyote or coyotes not be taken down in reaction because she believes her daughter would not have wanted that. She wouldn't have wanted their demise, just for being wild animals. But nonetheless, within hours afterwards, a female coyote was described as being aggressive and taken out by the warden near a wash house. 3 other coyotes were then trapped by leg-hold traps within half a mile from there. These 3 coyotes were also eliminated. They're assumed to be part of the pack that took down Taylor Mitchell. Based off markings and size, it's believed the coyote in the photograph was indeed the pack leader and responsible for taking her life. Later in the same year, a coyote snuck up behind a couple in the same park and backed off after a man struck it in the head with a walking stick. Then, just 10 months after Taylor's incident, a 16-year-old girl camping with her parents was bitten twice on the head, but survived. In 2022, an ecologist from Ohio State University confirmed the lack of food and primary diet of moose led to the attack and why she didn't survive. May Taylor Mitchell rest in peace. Like and subscribe for more. Take a look at my video covering Timothy Treadwell, whose fate was sealed by a bear. However, the circumstances are different. Until next time, take care.